Hi everyone, it's Samantha Jamerson, and I'm going to tell you all 3 super simple, easy tips that you can do to prevent your skin from aging, and not one of them requires Botox. So if you are interested, please keep watching. Before I get into the tips that I will give you guys in order to prevent your skin from aging, at the end of this video, I will also talk about Botox, okay? And how it can be used in preventative ways as well as corrective ways. So at the end of this video, I will talk about that in ways that can help prevent your skin from aging as well. So stick around to the end of the video. What are the 3 most important things that I could tell you all to do in order to prevent your skin from aging? Because we know age is inevitable, right? But when do we age? Are we going to age in our 20s, 30s, and 40s? Or are we going to age gracefully in our 50s, 60s, and 70s? I promise you, if you do these 3 things, you will prevent early signs of aging. And I'm going to start with the most important thing. And I want you guys to promise me something. I'm gonna say this word, and I want everyone to continue watching and to not exit out, because I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna roll their eyes at me, but just listen, okay? The number one, I wish I could slow this down. The number one most important thing that you guys can do is just wear sunscreen. Please keep watching, just listen to me. If you wear sunscreen, you are protecting yourself from the harmful UV rays from the sun, okay? We know that over 90% of the reason why people get precancerous and skin cancerous lesions is from the sun. Guess what? Aging, the number one cause of aging is from the sun. UV rays are gonna make you age. UV rays are gonna cause pigmentation. UV rays are gonna increase the chances of you getting more wrinkles and lines on your face, or on your neck, or on your hands, or on your chest. Women especially, we show the signs of aging on our face, on our neck, and on our chest, and on our hands, because those are the most common areas that are exposed to the sun. Doesn't that kind of make sense? So if you just wear sunscreen that has zinc oxide in it, which is the best physical blocker that you can get in your sunscreen, if you just wear sunscreen, if you reapply every 2 hours, and you don't go out and just bake in the sun, and you don't go to tanning beds, you are going to automatically decrease your risk of early signs of aging. So please just wear sunscreen. I know it sounds silly, and I know, some people might think, oh, this is ridiculous. Like, we know that. But people are still going out and laying out. People are still going out to tanning beds. Look, I understand that tan skin looks good. Trust me, I get it. And I get spray tans, and I'll tell you guys my favorite place in South Jersey to get spray tans. But promise me, if you can take one thing away from this video, just protect your skin from the sun. It's the most important thing you can do, and I promise you, you will age so much better if you protect yourself from the sun. Enough about sunscreen. Now let's move on to something that, again, something super simple that you would think, yes, I know I shouldn't do this, but again, just a reminder that it's bad for your skin. Smoking. If you smoke, please stop, right? We know smoking is so bad for our body. We know that it can cause lung cancer, COPD, emphysema, esophageal cancer, worsening of asthma. I mean, the list goes on and on. But what does it actually do to our skin? So smoking actually decreases the blood vessels that actually go out into our skin. And what those blood vessels do is supply our skin with oxygen and nutrients. So it's, decreasing that. Then it also inhibits the production of collagen. What is collagen? Everyone just kind of perked up when I said collagen. I feel like everyone talks about collagen, but no one really knows what it is. But everyone knows that they need it in their skincare, or they need to take a supplement of collagen. Collagen is a protein that's in our body, and what it basically does is it gives our skin its structure. It gives our skin its elasticity. It gives our skin the youthful appearance. So trust me, we all need and want collagen. So smoking will decrease that. So 100% do not smoke. Lastly, about smoking, if you think about it, and this will kind of tie into the Botox at the end, the reason why people want to do Botox is because of the lines they see on their face. When you are, I'm trying to look into the camera right now, when you are repetitively making facial expressions, such as raising your eyebrows, making a mean face, smiling real big, all of those movements are eventually gonna, potentially leave lines on your face. And if you're expressional, which isn't a bad thing, it's kind of inevitable. So think of what you do when you smoke. You purse your lips, repeatedly and you're smoking a cigarette. So you are actually going to cause what we call smoker lines, which are these lines that run above the top lip and sometimes even on the bottom lip. Yes, I can fix them. Yes, you can do Botox. Yes, you could do filler. And I will show you guys a before and after picture of someone who I did correct. But why would you even want to potentially cause lines above your lips? Again, that's going to lead to aging. So even more reason to not smoke. Tip number 3 is to have a retinol or retinoid in your skincare regimen, or if you're like me and you have both. So retinols and retinoids are extremely important because basically what they do is help produce skin cell turnover. So that means that it's going to help lift that top layer of skin, which is basically just dead skin cells. And when it lifts and takes away those dead skin cells, it's also going to take away the discoloration, dark spots you might have on your face, or any type of pigmentation variation you may see, and help kind of even out your skin tone, as well as it's going to help smooth fine lines and wrinkles, as well as it's going to help the production of that very important protein, collagen. So all of those things are extremely important, and again, something super simple that we can just incorporate into our skincare routine. Me personally, I actually bounce back and forth between a retinol and a retinoid. The retinol I use is by Alastin, and I will tag the picture in this video up here. The retinoid that I like to use is either Tretinoin 0.05% or tazorac 0.05%, again, depending on the time of year, which I think is super important for you all to understand, because I have so many patients who want to use a retinoid because it's more potent and therefore it's going to get the job done quicker, which I get, but it can also be extremely irritating. And some of my patients actually get a rash from using a retinoid, which is called retinoid dermatitis. So what I encourage my patients to do is listen to their skin. So for example, if it's the winter months and you know that your skin is drier, right? All of our skin kind of dries out in the winter time. Me personally, I'll actually switch over to my retinol and I'll use that every single night. Spring, summer, when my skin's a little bit more oily and can tolerate it, then I'll switch back to my retinoid. And sometimes I flip back and forth, every other day, or I space it out a little bit further throughout the week. There's not a right or wrong way of doing it. It's just important to incorporate at least a retinol or a retinoid in your skincare regimen to get the benefits that I talked about. Now that we talked about 3 ways without using Botox, let me briefly tell you guys how Botox can also be preventative in terms of making sure that your skin does not age. Botox, we know, can be done to correct your wrinkles. We know Botox can be done to smooth out that forehead, smooth out the lines in between your eyebrows or the lines around your eyes. We know, or when we think of Botox, a lot of us might think 30s, 40s, 50s, go in and get Botox for a corrective measure. But did you also know that Botox can be done as a preventative measure? And I have some patients who kind of, when they bring that up to me, they're like, do you believe Botox can be preventative? And I'm like, yes, I absolutely believe it. And they're like, okay, good, I just want to make sure. If you start before you get the wrinkle, or should I say, please don't wait until you get wrinkles to come in and get Botox. Because if you start getting Botox prior to you having any wrinkles, it's actually going to be easier for you in the long run, and you're always going to look youthful even into your 30s, 40s, and 50s if you've been doing Botox as early as your 20s or as early as your 30s. There's not an age limit or restriction when it comes to Botox. Guys, personally, I've been practicing as a PA since I've been 24. I'm almost 30 now, and I've been doing Botox since I've been 24 years old, and I don't want to look plastic. I don't want to look fake. I'm not trying to look frozen. I just don't want to get wrinkles, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I want you guys to understand that you do not have to wait until you get lines, because I think a lot of people wait until, like some people will say to me, Samantha, here, hand me the mirror. Let me show you. This line's got to go. But if you actually would have came in prior to that line showing up, that line would have never showed up to begin with. So just always remember that Botox can be done in a preventative way. It's super simple, it's super easy. Basically what we do is we put Botox into the muscle. So we do it into the forehead, in between the eyebrows, around the eyes. Some people get these bunny lines right here, and we'll do Botox there as well. And it can be all done in a supernatural, preventative way versus a corrective way. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you remember sunscreen, don't smoke, retinol or retinoid into your regimen, and it's never too early to start Botox. So good talking to you all. I can't wait to do more videos like this. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer anything. And down below, I will also put, like I said, my favorite retinol. I'll put my favorite sunscreen, retinoids. I'll put all of my faves down at the bottom so you guys can see. Until next time, bye guys.